Okay, so here in this session, we are going to study about dual nature of matter and radiation. So let us have an introduction. So what the chapter it includes. So first, let us see about introduction part. In this chapter, what and all we are going to discuss is, so here in this chapter, the phenomenons like interference, diffraction, and next one, polarization of light. So interference, diffraction, and polarization. As I told, these are some of the properties of light. These properties of light, you people, you are going to study in the chapter wave optics. So just now you have to remember interference, diffraction, and polarization. Those are the properties of light, and those you are going to study in detail in the chapter wave optics. The phenomena, interference, diffraction, and polarization of light firmly establish the wave nature of light. Means these properties you can possible to study by considering wave nature of light. So as I told, light is having dual nature. First one particle nature, second one wave nature. And the phenomena interference, diffraction, and polarization of light are studied by considering wave nature of light. Got this one? This is the first point you have to remember. Similarly, so many scientists, they study different phenomena and they gave their observations. Like that, Maxwell's equations, and the name of the scientist is Maxwell here, and he gave some equation, therefore it is named as Maxwell's equation. So Maxwell's equation and Hertz is also name of the scientist it is, and he studied about one experiment, therefore it is named as Hertz experiment on production and detection of electromagnetic waves, strongly supported the concept of wave nature of light. So here Maxwell's equations, that is studied by the scientist Maxwell itself, and Hertz, he studied one experiment on the production and detection of electromagnetic waves. Hertz studied that experiment by considering the wave nature of light. So here, from these 2 points, what we come to know is the phenomena like interference, diffraction, and polarizations also studied by considering wave nature of light itself. And Maxwell and Hertz, they did their work by considering the wave nature of light itself. Next, however, the phenomena, some other phenomena like photoelectric effect and quantum effect could be explained by considering particle nature of light. So thus, light accepted it has a dual nature. So as I told, light is having two natures, that is particle nature as well as wave nature. And in physics, we are coming across so many phenomena like interference, diffraction, and polarization, and Maxwell's equations, Hertz experiment, and all these phenomena are possible to study by considering the wave nature of light. And but some other phenomena we are coming across in physics. So some other phenomena like photoelectric effect and quantum effect. So photoelectric effect and quantum effect. So those are possible to study by considering the particle nature of light. So some phenomena are possible to study by considering light as a wave nature, and some phenomena are possible to study by considering light as a wave nature. So therefore, by seeing all these, we come to know that light is having a dual nature, and that dual nature are particle nature as well as wave nature. Got this one? Everyone understood this one? So if you want to note down, you can note down and try to make your own notes. Like point wise, you try to make your own notes because that is helpful in order to remember the concepts. So next we shall move with, we shall see the meaning of free electrons in metals. Metals, what is the meaning of metal? Metal, that is one kind of a solid object it can possible to touch, and it is having a definite shape and size. So arrangement of the molecules in case of all the metals are tightly arranged. So why? Because intermolecular force of attraction exists between them. So now we are going to see the meaning of free electrons in metals. Every metals, they are having free electrons. So what is the meaning of that? Let us see that one. So free electrons in the metals. What is the meaning of free electrons means? The electrons in the outer shell is nothing but valency electrons of the atom in metals are loosely bound. They are free to move easily within the metal surface, but cannot leave the surface on their own. So such loosely bound electrons, we are going to call those as a free electrons. So this already you learned some of the concept related to metal in chemistry also. So related to metals, how they are going to arrange, detail you people already learned in chemistry also. So some of the points, if you remember, so definitely you can understand this one. So this is the meaning of free electrons, because you consider any kind of example belongs to metal, and every metal they consist of a free electrons. Electrons in the outer shell is nothing but valency electrons of the atoms in the metals. They are loosely bounded and they are very free to move. Why? Because they are loosely bounded within the metal surface, but they cannot leave the surface on their own. So such loosely bounded electrons, we are going to call that one as a free electrons. So ಯಾವುದೇ metal ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ metal ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನ ಅವೇನಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಎಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ we have to apply one kind of external force. External force ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ free electrons move ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, eject ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So in order to move easily within the metal surface, what we have to do? We have to apply the external force. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಿದೀವಿ? So we are going to see the meaning of the free electrons. Just you have to remember, free electrons is nothing but loosely bounded electrons in the metal surface ಗೆ free electrons ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Got the meaning of free electrons? Free electrons meaning ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಯಾವ್ದರ metal ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, in every metal free electrons are present and they are not automatically not possible to escape from the metal surface. In order to move from the metal surface, what we have to do? We have to apply one kind of external force. But one thing you have to remember, loosely bounded electrons are present in every metal. A loosely bounded electrons, we are going to call that one, those as a free electrons anta karitivi. I hope you got this one. Next, we shall see the meaning of surface barrier of electrons. Next, we shall see the meaning of surface barrier of electrons. So what is the meaning of surface barrier of the electron means? Nodri, surface barrier of electrons anta yavadu karitivi? The free electrons in the metals. Nodri, what is the meaning of free electrons that we already saw? So in every metal, free electrons are present. Free electrons in metal, they cannot leave the surface of the metal on their own. When they tend to leave the surface, the metal surface get positively charged. So nodri, tavage avu eject agi hogudilla. We have to apply external force on any metal surface. So the metal surface get positively charged. Yavaga? When they tend to leave the surface. So that positive charge pulls back the electrons trying to leave the metal surface. This pullback force that is called as surface barrier of the electrons. Therefore, energy must be supplied to overcome the barrier to liberate the electron from the metal surface. So, in order to understand this one, if you want example, general example, I want to give here. Suppose if you want to cross the any barrier, what you have to do? You have to apply the external force. A external force apply ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನೀವು barrier cross ಮಾಡಕ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದೇ barrier ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have to apply the external force. ಆ external force ಅನ್ನ apply ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ surface barrier ಅನ್ನ cross ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತ. Same thing, surface barrier of the electron ಅಂದ್ರೆ meaning ಏನು? Surface barrier of the electron is nothing but free electrons ತಾವಾಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ eject ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತ? Positively charge gain ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. Every metal it consists of a free electrons. Free electrons in metal cannot leave the surface of the metal on their own. When they tend to leave the surface, the metal surface gets what kind of charge? It gets positively charged. So this positively charged, it pulls back the electrons trying to leave the metal surface. So this pullback force ಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? So that is called as a surface barrier of the electrons. So therefore, energy must be supplied to overcome the barrier to liberate the electrons from the metal surface. Nodi, surface barrier and one kind of barrier is present, and in order to overcome that barrier, we have to apply the external force. Same thing in case of metals. What is the meaning of surface barrier of the electrons? So here in this we explained here. Got this one? So what and all we discussed? So what is the meaning of free electrons? In metals we saw that one, and every metals it consists of a free electrons andre, so they are coming across surface barrier. So in metals surface barrier meaning ಏನಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರೀ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are not possible to escape from the metal surface. So the pullback force ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, surface barrier of the electrons ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Therefore, in order to overcome the surface barrier, we have to apply the external force. Energy must be supplied to overcome the barrier. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? To liberate the electron from the metal surface. Got this one? So this is the meaning of surface barrier of the electrons. Understand this one? If you want to note down or if you want to take the screenshot of this, you can take the screenshot and try to make your own notes. Got this one? Okay. So nodri, in this chapter we are going to study about dual nature, particle nature as well as wave nature. Means some of the phenomenon can possible to study by taking light as a particle nature, and some of the phenomenon can be possible to study by considering light as a wave nature. And metal consists of a free electrons, and in order to liberate the electron from the metal surface, what we have to do? We have to apply the external force. Then only it is possible to overcome the surface barrier. Next, we shall see the meaning of electron emission. So what is the meaning of electron emission ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ. Nodri, next we are going to see the meaning of electron emission. So nodri, electron emission meaning or definition. What is the definition of electron emission? So that is what electron emission is one of the process. What kind of process it is? The process of liberation of electrons. So nodri, metal, you can consider any metal. A metal alli enirtava free electrons are present. In order to eject the electron from the metal surface, what we have to do? We have to apply the external force ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ external force some other different forms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. Some kind of external force ಅನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ we are giving different namings. So mainly here we are going to see the basic definition or what is the meaning of electron emission. Electron emission andrena, that is one of the process. So what kind of process it is? The process of liberation of electron from the metal surface of a metal is called electron emission anta karitivi. Nodri, what is electron emission? That is one of the process. What kind of process it is? That is used to liberate the electrons from the metal surface. That is called as electron emission. So you have to remember the meaning of electron emission is it is one of the process that is used to liberate the electron from the metal surface. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Electron emission ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ, every metal it consists of free electrons. ಆ free electron ಅನ್ನ if you want to eject the free electrons, one kind of external force we have to apply. A liberation of electrons process ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Electron emission anta karitivi. Got this one? So here one note point you have to remember. Metals are chosen to liberate the electron. Yak hedri? Because every metal have a large number of free electrons irtava. Adkoskara So this note point you have to remember. So that is metals are chosen to liberate the electrons. Reason ena? Because metals have large number of free electrons irodrinda now metals anna consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This point you have to remember. Got this one? Okay. Next, we are coming across types of electron emission. So we saw the meaning of electron emission. And mainly, metals are chosen to liberate the electrons because metals consist of large number of free electrons. And electrons emissions are classified into different types. And what are those? And what is the difference between one process with the another process? We shall see one by one. Electron emission meaning, got this one? So first one, types of electron emission. Electron emission are classified into different types. So first one yaudri? Thermonic emission. Second one, photoelectric emission. Like that we are coming across some other two. So we shall see what are other two. First, types of emission are classified into 4 types. So those 4 types we shall see one by one. Among 4 types, the first type of electron emission is thermonic emission. Thermonic emission meaning ena? So nodri ondanna you correct agi if you understand clearly, definitely you can possible to remember other types of the electron emission. So thermonic emission, electron emission meaning definition already gottidre you can easily define the meaning of thermonic emission. Thermonic, thermo andrena heat anta artha. So thermonic andra thermo andre heat, emission andrena liberation of electrons. Thermonic emission means that is also one of the process of liberation of electron from the metal surface, but we are taking the help of heat energy to liberate the electron. So that process is called as thermonic emission. Got this one? Thermonic emission means that is one of the process. In that process, we are going to liberate the electron from the metal surface by taking the help of heat energy. So therefore, it is named as thermonic emission. Got this one? So this is the basic definition of thermonic emission. Thermonic emission means the process of liberation of electron from the metal surface by taking the help of heat energy. So it is called as thermonic emission. This is the basic definition of thermonic emission. Sometimes based on this, they may ask a definition for 1 mark, like define thermonic emission. Or sometimes for 2 marks, they may ask explain thermonic emission. If they ask like that question means, so you have to explain below sentences. So related to thermonic emission. So the liberation, electron liberated due to thermal energy is called thermions. Sometimes they may ask, what is the meaning of thermions? So the meaning of thermions is electrons liberated that is due to thermal energy are known as thermions. So they may ask for 1 mark also. The substance used for thermionic emissions are called thermionic emitters. Substances, you can quote the example of beryllium, or you can quote the example of tungsten. So beryllium and tungstens are called as thermionic emitters, or you can call that one as a substances used for thermionic emission process. Beryllium and tungsten are called as thermionic emitters or thermionic substance. You can call both the words. The current generated due to the flow of thermions is called thermionic current. Current generated due to the flow of thermions, we are going to call that one as thermionic current. So like this small questions they may ask for 1 mark. And the number of electrons liberated, on what factor it depends, they may ask like that also. The number of electrons liberated depends on temperature factor of the surface. So they, based on this, they may ask what is thermions, like that they may ask, and what are thermionic emitters, or give the example for thermionic substance, they may ask like that also. And what is the meaning of thermionic current, or on what factor the number of electrons liberated depends. So if they ask the question like that, means all the answers are present in this paragraph only. Go through it and try to revise this concept. Got this one? So based on this, what is thermionic emission, and explain thermionic emission means you have to explain this one. And this is all about thermionic emission. This is first type of electronic emission. Got this one? Example for thermionic emission, if you want to give, means you can quote the example of Davison German experiment. Because in Davison German experiment, in order to liberate the electron from the metal surface, thermionic emission process is used, and this experiment you are going to learn further. But you can quote the example for thermionic emission, that is Davison and German experiment. Got this one? Next, second type of emission is that is photoelectric emission. So then how we are going to define the photoelectric emission means, so that is one of the process of liberation of electron from the metal surface itself. But in photoelectric emission, we are in order to liberate the electron from the metal surface, we are taking the help of light energy. Therefore, note, in the word itself, the meaning is hidden. Photo means light. Electron emission means, the definition you already know, that is liberation of electron from the metal surface. Again, we are going to call that one as electron emission. Photoelectric emission, photo means light, electron emission means that is liberation of electrons. Photoelectric emission means The process of liberation of electrons from the metal surface with the help of light energy is called as photoelectric emission. Got this one? If you remember first process, that is thermionic emission, you can easily remember the definition of photoelectric emission. So this is the basic definition of photoelectric emission. So they may ask for 1 or 2 marks. Sometimes they may ask, explain photoelectric emission or explain the types of electron emission. If they ask the question like that means, so you have to mention all the processes. So during explanation, you have to mention the below points. The liberated electrons during photoelectric emissions are called as photoelectrons. Metals used for the electronic emissions are called as photosensitive metals. The current generated due to the flow of photoelectrons is called photoelectric current. The number of electrons liberated depends on intensity of the incident light during the process of photoelectric emission. Got this one? So if they ask, explain photoelectric emission means we have to explain this one. So this is all about photoelectric emission definition and explanation of photoelectric emission. And the third type is field emission. So next we shall see the meaning of field emission. So field emission. Emission means liberation of electron from the metal surface. Field means in order to eject the electron from the metal surface, we are taking the help of strong electric field. Means by taking the help of strong electric field, we are going to eject the electron from the metal surface. So therefore, the definition of field emission is defined like this. So how we are going to define the process of liberation of electrons from the metal surface by taking the help of strong electric field. It is in the range of 10 to the power of 8 volt per meter. So it is called as field emission. So this is the basic definition of field emission. And if they ask the explanation about the field emission, so you have to explain below one. A strong electric field is applied to the metal surface using positively charged conductor near to it. The strong field exerts a strong attractive force on free electrons in the metal. So this results in the liberation of electrons from the metal surface. Since field emission takes place at a low temperature, this is one of the important points you have to remember. Field emission takes place only at a low temperature. Field emission is also known as cold emission or cold cathode emission. You have to remember both the words because sometimes we are using cold emission or sometimes we are using cold cathode emission, field emission. So you have to remember all these three names. Got this one? If you want to note down, you can note down. So photoelectric emission, photoelectric, you can put the example of photoelectric effect only because that experiment further you are going to see that one in detail. If you want to note down, you can note down. So we are seeing third type, that is about field emission. So this is the basic definition of field emission, that is process of liberation of electron from the metal surface due to the application of strong electric field, that is in the range of 10 to the power of 8 volt per meter. It is called as field emission. And strong electric field is applied to the metal surface using positively charged conductor near to it. Strong field exert a strong attractive force on the free electrons in the metal, and this results in the liberation of electron from the metal surface. And you have to remember, always field emission takes place at very low temperature. And next, other important point, field emission, that is also known as cold emission, or you can call that one as cold cathode emission. And the number of electrons liberated depends on nature of the metal and the strength of the applied electric field. So based on this, how they are going to ask the question is, what is field emission? So you have to write the basic definition. Explain field emission means you have to explain all this one. And sometime for 1 mark, they may ask, what is cold emission? What is cold cathode emission? So what is field emission? All are same, but the names are different. Means field emission is also called as cold emission, and that is also calling as a cold cathode emission. And always field emission is going to take place at a low temperature. And in this process, the number of electrons liberated, that depends on nature of the metal, and it also depends upon strength of the applied electric field. On these two factors, the number of electrons liberated, it depends. Got this one about field emission? And fourth type is that is secondary emission. So what is the meaning of secondary emission? So secondary emission is also one of the process of liberation of electron from the metal surface by bombarding it with the fast moving electrons. Therefore, it is called as secondary emission. So process of liberation of electron from the metal surface by bombarding with fast moving electrons is called as secondary emission. This is also one of the process used to liberate the electron from the metal surface, but in this process, we are going to bombard fast moving electrons. So therefore, it is called as a secondary emission. This is fourth type of electron emission. And how it is going to take place means, so transfer their kinetic energy of a fast moving electrons. It helps the electrons to liberate from the metal surface. The highly energetic electrons used to liberate the free electrons are known as primary electrons, and liberated electrons are known as secondary electrons. In the secondary emission process, number of electrons depends on nature of the material and speed of the bombarding electrons. So this is all about explanation of secondary emission. So first point, transfer their kinetic energy of fast moving electrons. That helps the electrons to liberate from the metal surface. And second point, highly energetic electrons, why they are using? They are used to liberate the free electrons. Therefore, those are known as primary electrons. And the liberated electrons are known as secondary electrons. And in this process, the number of secondary electrons, it depends on nature of the metal, and it also depends on speed of the bombarding electron. So in secondary process, the electrons depend upon two factors, and those two factors are nature of metal and speed of the bombarding electrons. So in this, so totally we saw the meaning of electron emission, meaning of electron emission. Electron emissions are classified into how many types? So those are classified into how many types? 4 types. Okay, good. First one is which one? Thermonic emission. Second type is, which one is the second type? Field emission. Third one is photoelectric emission. Fourth one is secondary emission. So what is the meaning of electron emission? We saw in today's class. And there are 4 types of electron emission are there. Those are thermonic emission, field emission, photoelectric emission, and secondary emission. And what are the basic definition of those types and explanation of those types we saw in this today's class. Got this one? So please try to revise these concepts, go through the textbook and try to make your own notes. So based on this, if you are having any doubt, you can ask the doubt in chat box. Okay, if you are having no doubt means we'll end up the session. Thank you. For remaining students having any doubt?